Charlotte ink and set it on. It carried half my wishes and the rest I kept inside. The harbor took its time, returning every tiny plea, each wave a subtle memory that learned the shape of me. You left like summer coast, retreating slow and kind. I kept the map, I kept the fold, the corners of your mind. Paper harbor, hold my weight, don't send me floating out of fate. I wanna learn the language of the shore, to find the place where I am more. Your voice was like a lamp that softened all my edges down. I walked the empty city where we once had laid our crown. The tide would bring a fragment, then withdraw as though it lied. I stood and watched the distance where the truth refused to hide. Time made mosaics out of both our careless hands, and in the glass I recognized the boy who learned to stand. I fold a final letter with the weathered things I know, and send it out in silence where the lonely currents go. Paper harbor, keep me here, teach the night to be less sheer. Let the boats remember how to stay, and let the dawn forgive the gray. I fold my hands into the wind and offer up the sea, a quiet boat that learns to rest and maybe comes to me. The city folds its pockets, tucks away the light, and I remain with open hands that tremble in the night. A hush collects the letters that I never learned to send, and every step I take feels like a question without end. I press my palm against the glass and watch the world dissolve. 1,000 small regrets that I will never solve. Nocturne of Ash, sing me slow. Teach my hands the shape of letting go. Shell, a lighthouse with a shoulders wear. I carry it like clothing folded into thin despair. The phone still keeps your silence like a stubborn kind of light, and I rehearse the ways to stay awake through this small night. Maybe sorrow is a lesson taught by slow refrain. Maybe loss is what remains when everything is plain. I fold the quiet into songs that no one hears, and breathe until the hush becomes a home of tears. Nocturne of ash, pull me near, wrap my pulse in something clear. If I must stand in gentle gray, let me fade, not run away. The night collects the pieces I can't name, and in that tender silver silence I remain. I folded maps upon the table, inked the roads that led to you, marked the points where laughter turned to rain and everything went blue. The atlas smells of coffee and the hours when we used to speak, and every page I turn remains unread and slightly bleak. Between the lines I see the places we once swore to be, a constellation of small lies and tender injury. Velvet atlas, spin me slow, let the places where I wander show. I am lost, but learning how to trace the tender edges of your face. You taught me how to hold a sunset in the palms of both my hands, then walked away with sandals full of sea and other empty plans. I learned the language of the leaving from your patient kind of faith, and in that subtle grammar I was taught to trade. If constellations hold our names, then map them out in gold. I'll chase each crooked avenue until my story's told. The velvet folds return me to the corner of the room. I find a shape of kindness in the half-light of my gloom. Velvet atlas, spin again, let my compass find a friend. If I am fractured, let me steer a fragile ship that still and pin the moment down. A velvet atlas in my lap, a quiet kind of crown. Snow coats the steps where we once learned to keep our pace, and I return to empty rooms that still remember your face. The ash of summer huddles where the windows fail to warm, and in that silver hush I feel a simpler storm. Cup the ember in my hands, though wind wants to demand its end. Some small glow will not reach while I will still defend. Embers in winter, hold me warm. Teach the heart to bear the storm. Will not fall into the drift. I'll keep this little steady gift. You left like seasons leave the trees, a slow and patient slide, but roots remember sunlight even when the leaves have died. I'll walk the tracks we used to take, my coat pulled up for grace, and memorize the places where your footprints left a place. If every love must learn to sleep beneath the cold of the sky, and let my ember burn enough to hear my quiet cry. I am not desperate for fireworks or loud parade. I only ask for ember light to keep the dark away. Embers in winter, do not die. Let me kindle, let me try. In frozen fields I'll plant this light and watch the morning hold it tight. Frost recedes with patient time. The ember keeps its glow, a quiet answer to the night that told me not to grow. I keep the bottles of the nights we saved, the glass that They hum with old reflections of the fragile where we left. Soul gathers in the corners of the jars where memories were kept. I taste the ocean of the things I said and the tears that crept. A slow repair in careful hands to mend the edges of the life, to find the quiet patience in the center of the strife. Glass and soul, teach me how to shape the pieces into now. I will stitch an honest seam and let the day return to dream. We cut the moon into small moons, kept fractions of the light, and in those mirrored fragments I remember every night. I learned to fold the sorrow into ornaments of care, and hang my small forgiveness in the windows of my prayer. If healing is a craft, then show me where to begin. I'll trade the shatter for a vessel with the soft hand, and I'll sew the salt into a map that points me back to shore. I'll learn the work of mending and become a little more. Glass and salt, I keep the song of fragile grief that grows me strong. I shape the shards into a frame and call the morning by my name. The jars still hold a kind of light, their salt a gentle line, and in that small and careful work I find a way to shine.
Between the radio and night I hear a song that rips and heals. It hums like distant weather in the place the silence steals. The static keeps a cadence like a lullaby misread, and in that hidden meter I can fold my weary head. The needle jumps across the groove like someone tracing scars. It maps the shape of all the nights and all the faded stars. Static lullaby, sing me through. Teach these wires how to hold the truth. I am a restless tangled thing, but even broken songs can bring. I by counting frequencies that bend and sway. They wrap the pain in softest loops and tuck my edges away. Your name appears like melody, then slips into the crack. But even in that lost refrain, I find the courage to come back. If comfort comes in fractured notes, then let the static play. I'll piece the harmonies that teach the grief to go away. A lullaby of broken light that stitches up the seam. I close my eyes and let it take me to a kinder dream. Static lullaby, hold me near, drown the noise, unbind the fear. If music lives inside the fray, I'll let it keep the dark at bay. The final hum, a softer breath, the static fades to gray. But in that quiet afterglow, I wake to face the day.
Carry crowns of paper for 1,000 nights, tucked under eyelids where the cold would bite. Now I learn to hold a steadier, gentler claim, to call my fracture by a kinder name. No more loud collapse, no more frantic plea. I find a place to stand that's truly free. Quiet though I sit and breathe, learn to take and let gentle crown, a measured hand. I choose the light. I choose to
I walked the long and winding trail alone, counting every footstep like a small, sharp stone.
I kept my letters folded quiet in my coat, afraid the wind would read them like a note.
I stood upon the bridge and watched the town move on,
held fragments of our laughter like a broken song.
I learned to carry silence like a secret pact,
and stitch my hollow pockets with what little we had.
we keep the tide inside our hands, we keep the grief inside our plans. Where two rivers fall, we bend the shore. We teach the night to be a door, to quiet currents braided slow. We find a place where both can grow.
I took your shadow as a guide and learned to feel the cold.
The way the city breathes at dawn, the memories we hold.
I built a lighter pocket from the things I could forgive, and in that room I finally learned the way to live.
I let the letters go at last and watch them touch the sea. The ink dissolved like winter snow and set a softer me. I found a small and honest path where mornings felt less thin, and learned the art of holding, learned the shape of kin.
If we are rivers, let us guide each other home.
If we are thunder, let us temper into tone.
I bring my broken maps and lay them by your side. I bring my shaky courage and the patient ways I hide. Where two rivers flow, we meet and stay. We learn to keep the dark at bay.
Two voices braided, slow and true.
We shape a life that's made of two. Where two rivers fold, we breathe as one.